Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here, and today I have for you my Inca deck, but I'm going to post it as my Sun Dragon, Inti, and Moon Dragon Quilla deck, because most people can't find it searching Inca deck for some reason. So, let's get into it. I have 3 Fire Ascator. It is a level 3 tuner. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can select and special summon one level 5 monster from your graveyard. Its effects is negated, and it is sent to the graveyard during the end phase of this turn. Not great, but it is necessary, so we run it at 3. Got 3 Supe. It is a level 1 tuner. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon one Oracle of the Sun from your deck, and if you do, double its attack. Also, return it to the hand during the end phase of this turn. Also not amazing, but necessary, so run it at 3. We got 2. My bad. Oracle of the Sun. He is okay, but he's not 100% necessary in the deck. But he's fine. So, level 5. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can add one Fire Ant, Ascator, or Supe from your deck to your hand. So he's a good searcher. You can special summon him, and then you can search if he gets destroyed. So that's cool. But generally, we're going to use him as a synchro material. Got 2 Sangan. This is meant to search out your Fire Ant, Ascator, and your Supe, because you really need them. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add one monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with that name for the rest of their turn. You can only use the effect of Sangan once per turn. Now for the support, because that's really all they are. Fire Ascator, Supe, and Oracle of the Sun, and basically support. So, got 3 Link Slayer. This card is amazing in this deck, honestly. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand once per turn. You can discard up to 2 cards, then target that many spells and traps on the field and destroy them. Now, we use him as a replacement for Oracle of the Sun. Basically, you're going to be running level 5s that can get onto the field quickly on your first turn, because you want to be able to summon either your Sun Dragon Inti or your Moon Dragon Quilla first turn. Got... Oh. Drop my card. 3 Ram Clouder. You can tribute one monster, then target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use the effect of Ram Clouder once per turn. This, of course, is to get out your Oracle of the Sun. You have 2 Super Quantum Red Layer. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use each of these effects of Super Quantum Red Layer once per turn. When this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Super Quant card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Super Quant monster from your graveyard except Super Quantum Red Layer, summon it, special summon it, but it cannot activate its effects. And for a bit of a recycle method, we got 1 Super Quantum Blue Layer. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add one Super Quant card from your deck to your hand, except Super Quantum Blue Layer. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target up to 3 Super Quant cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. You can only use each effect of Super Quantum Blue Layer once per turn. Lastly, for the monsters, you have 2 Cyber Dragons. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 level 5 monsters that can get themselves onto the field first turn. For the spells, we have 2 Silent Universe. All Link monsters you control gain 300 attack once per turn. You can target 1 monster in the graveyard, shuffle it into the deck. If this card on the field is destroyed by card effect, send all monsters on the extra monster zone to the graveyard. Yeah. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Target 1 spell or trap on the field, destroy that target. 1 Emergency Teleport, so that you can search out your Super Quantum Blue Layer. It's a quick play effect, so special summon 1 level 3 or lower psychic type monster from your hand or deck, but banish it during the end of this phase. End phase of this turn, my bad. Generally, you're going to want your blue layer to get destroyed, so gotta think quick. 1 United We Stand, because you're able to get multiple monsters out in a short amount of time. Also, it doesn't hurt just to beef them up just a little bit. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. 1 Swords of Revealing Light, just to stall a little just in case. Flip all monsters your opponent controls face up. This card remains on the field for 3 turns of your opponent's turns. While this card is face up on the field, monsters your opponent controls cannot declare an attack. And lastly, 1 Dark Hole. Destroy all monsters on the field. As for our traps, we have 3 Call the Haunted. Activate this card by targeting 1 monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in face-up attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that target. When that target is destroyed, destroy this card. To get out our level 5s, or one of our 2 main synchro monsters, or just really whatever you want. But yeah, it's good. 3 Grand Horn of Heaven. During your opponent's main phase, when they would special summon a monster or monsters, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. When your opponent draws, then your opponent draws 1 card, then end the main phase. End the main phase. You have 1 Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. Target 1 monster on the field. Return that target to the hand. 1 Torrential Tribute. When a monster or monsters are summoned, destroy all monsters on the field. DNA Surgery. When you activate this card, declare 1 type of monster. As long as the card remains face-up on the field, all face-up monsters become that type that you declared. So you're going to want to use this card to declare Cybers, only so that you can have an easier time using a Cybers extra deck. I have not done that for mine. I only have 1 Link monster, but that is its intention. And lastly, 1 Jar of Avarice. Target 5 cards in your graveyard except Jar of Avarice. Shuffle all 5 cards into the deck. Then draw 1 card. You can only activate 1 Jar of Avarice per turn. Alright, that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, I have 1 Decode Talker. Requires 2 effect monsters, but a link 3, so 3 effect monsters. Gain 500 attack for each monster it points to. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card you control, quick effect, you contribute 1 monster this card points to, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. You have 2 Sun Dragon Inti is your beat stick. Requires Fire Ascature and 1 or more non-tuner monster. And this is a level 8. So that's why you have so many level 5s, because it is required to summon this card because it's level 8. And Fire Ascature is 3. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed this card, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack of the monster that had on the field. If this card on the field is destroyed during the standby phase of the next turn, you can target 1 Moondragon Quilla in your graveyard and special summon that target. Also, this card has 3,000 attack and 2,800 defense. 2 Moondragon Quilla. It's a level 6, which Supe is level 1. Other monsters level 5. Get into level 6. Requires Supe and 1 or more non-tuner monsters. If this card is targeted for an attack, gain life points equal to the half the attacking monster's attack. If this card on the field is destroyed, you can target 1 Sun Dragon Inti in your graveyard and special summon that target. So that's the whole point of this deck. So you can just go back and forth into these 2 monsters. Gain life points, lose life points, beat stick a little bit. This card has 2,500 attack and 2,000 defense. But yeah, you just cycle. And lastly, 1 Shark Fortress. Requires 2 level 5 monsters. Your opponent cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase. Alright guys, so that is my Inca deck. Tell me what you think. What would you do to improve it? What do you think of it? Yeah. Please make sure to like and subscribe because I have 100+ decks, so there's going to be a lot of fun content coming your way. So yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe, and most of all, have fun guys.